Let's do a quick look around here for some liters or milliliters. Here, this milk here is 1.89 liters, so almost 2 liters. Same with this one, this half gallon. Okay, let me see what other kind of liquid things olives. Yeah, so no. Okay, some almond milk creamer, 473 milliliters. So 500 milliliters would be half of 1,000. So that would be like a half a liter. And it also says 1 pint. So we've got customary system and metric system. Then we've got fluid ounces. Oh boy, we got a lot going on there. Okay, can't put that there anymore. All right. Oh, Bradley, look what I got for Greta. Okay, croissant. Bradley's like, yeah, go through that in one morning. All right, here again, okay, so it looks like 16 fluid ounces is 1 pint, which is 473 milliliters. Wasn't that the same thing that I just had on my creamer? Yeah, it is. Oh, that's cool. Okay, this is Ninja Red. This is like this long skinny bottle. It's a like antioxidant drink. And this is 750 milliliters, which is like 3/4 of a liter. So, and I don't have any pop in here. So some of you might have like a 2 liter of pop at home, but let's check things out. Oh yeah, that's gone. 370 milliliters for a syrup. So you have math in your refrigerator, people. Go eat it. Hey y'all, happy Friday. This is the only conversion that you will need to use today. That 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. Yippee. All right, so that either means you're going to be dividing by 1,000 or multiplying by 1,000 today. So I'm going to do a few with you, and you're going to have to think about Theo on Halloween for some of them, where he had to hop in between houses to get his carrot, okay? So let's say that we had 3 liters, and we're asked to figure out how many milliliters that equals. What could it be? All right, so what we're going to do is look at the conversion, right? Liters to milliliters. Liters to milliliters. So this is already like lined up the right way. So if we want to go from liters to milliliters, from 1 liter to get to 1,000 milliliters, 1 had to be multiplied by 1,000. So if we're going from liters to milliliters, which we are, we're going to multiply the liters by 1,000. So 3 times 1,000. Remember this little trick with the trailing zeros, where if we're multiplying and we have 3 zeros here, we're going to add, well, you can like take them away, right? So 3 times 1 is 3, and then add the 3 zeros onto your answer. So 3 times 1 is 3 with 3 zeros after it. Now tell me if you remember, so that's our answer, right? 3,000 milliliters. Do you remember, let's say that this was a decimal, right? But actually it's not a decimal, it's a whole number. So it'd be like 3.0 or 3 point nothing times 1,000. If we're multiplying by 1,000, you can move the decimal place over 3 places to the right. So this is when Theo has to jump past vacant lots where there's really 0 houses or 0 digits. So he has to go 1, 2, 3. And then there would be, vacant land there. So it's 3,000. So you can think about, the trailing zero method when you do these, which you have, I think 3 of your problems today are just like this. Or if you want to think about, doing the multiplication and adding your zeros back on, that's fine. Or if you want to jump 3 houses to the right, and here's your invisible decimal, since this is a whole number, 1, 2, 3 to the right, you'd also get 3,000. All right, you'll also notice in today's work that there are some decimals given to you already. So another example problem that's very similar to your homework, so make sure you watch this, is 4.2 liters equals how many milliliters? Okay, so we're going from liters to milliliters. What do we multiply by? Or what do we divide by? Well, let's see. Liters to milliliters. We're going from a small number to a large number. We multiply by 1,000 to get our milliliters. So we're going to do the same thing here. Okay, and if it helps to put underneath here, 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. Ooh, looks like we had to multiply to get by 1,000 to get milliliters. You can do that right underneath, okay? So we have to do 4.2 times 1,000. Don't be doing Cupid shuffle on this. You're gonna drive yourself crazy, okay? So we can use tricks here. Again, we're multiplying, so our answer is going to be larger. If I move the decimal over this way, we'd be making a really small number. So we want it to get larger. So we know when we're multiplying, we're gonna move the decimal to the right. Maybe write that down somewhere as you're doing your work. if you are going to multiply, decimal to the right. If you have a decimal in your problem. Okay, multiply decimal to the right. So obviously the division would be opposite, right? To the left. Okay, but we're not doing that yet. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so 4.2 times 1. Okay, we're not going to just use this method where we get rid of the zeros then put them back on, because we're still going to have a problem. So when we have a decimal, instead of adding the 3 zeros back on at the end, what you do is you count your zeros. 1, 2, 3 zeros means you move the decimal point 3 places to the right. Since we're multiplying, this number needs to get larger. So we're going to go, I'm going to rewrite it down here so I have room. 1, 2, 3. And then that's where our decimal place is going to be now. But remember, since there's no digits here, those are going to be vacant lots. So now we have 4,200. 4,200. And you can always look on your, what page is that? 667. Oh no, did I just give you answers? I might have. These are really good ways to tell, like, does this make sense? So if I had 4.2 liters, so like here's 1, 2, 3, let's say there was a fourth one right here. How many milliliters was that? We just said 4,200. Look at this, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4. Yeah, like if you use this to kind of imagine your problem in your head, yes, that makes sense, okay? To make sure that it makes sense and we're close. Okay, so now the last one I want to do with you is going to help you with one of your problems where instead of asking you to go from liters to milliliters, it's asking you to go from milliliters to liters, which is backwards compared to what we just did. So instead of multiplying, we're going to end up dividing. So I'm going to come down here and write it down, 720 milliliters. And let's see, your number 5 that you're doing today is going to be very similar to this. So just basically do the same thing. All right, so milliliters to liters. So I'm going to write the conversion backwards for this one. So we know that 1,000 milliliters is equal to 1 liter. So if we have milliliters and we need to know how many liters that is equal to, let's see, we had milliliters. It was 1,000 here. We know this is true. This is like a fact, okay? So in order to get from 1,000 to 1, we need to divide by 1,000. Don't freak out. No long division, guys, okay? So 720 divided by 1,000 will give us the correct amount of liters. 720 divided by 1,000, okay? So if we multiplied and moved the decimal to the right with our other conversion, if we're dividing here, this is the opposite, we're going to move our decimal 1, 2, 3, 3 places to the left, okay? So if we need to divide, we're going to move to the left the same number as there are zeros here. So this is a whole number, so we'd imagine that there would be a decimal at the end, right? There's nothing after this. 3 places to the left, 1, 2, 3 places would be 1, 2, 3. So our answer would be 0.72. You can add that 0 on, or you don't have to. Now, does this make sense? So if we know 1,000 milliliters is a liter, and we have 720 milliliters, that's less than 1,000, so it's not even a whole liter. And if we look, this is 72 hundredths of a liter. So yes, that does make sense. All right, guys, you can do this. Here's a bonus. We'll see what my sister has in her fridge since I just kind of walk in the door. Okay, so she has Ninja Red too, so we already looked at that at my house. She has oat milk, which looks like the same size, so, 1.54 liters. I better tell her, because wasn't my milk, it was a half gallon, and mine was 1.89, so it's like oat milk. It's a little bit smaller. This is ginger pear kombucha, but they used some bottle that my mom brought over that used to be wine or something a long time ago, but it's got this fancy top. That's why they got it. They make kombucha now. 1 liter, exactly. Boop, 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 boop. 1 liter. So that's, okay, so that's the Ninja bottle, which was what? 3/4 of a liter, basically, 750 milliliters. And so this one is like the same height, but it's like wider. So this is 1 liter right here. Chicken broth. This one's, we got ounces, pounds, grams, so we don't have metric system on there. How about this organic Caesar dressing? We've got 355 milliliters. So 500 milliliters would be half of a liter, so this is like less than that. Let's just look at their food really quick. Okay, guacamole, good choice. Oh, this is probably because Paisley's having a little birthday party tomorrow. Like little and spread out. This, what does this have on it? Net weight, 1 count. I don't know. Oh yeah, see here's almond milk. So I better tell her to look at the volume on that. Yep, so there's the hippie's fridge, guys. If you want to eat like a hippie, this is what you get, okay. And one more thing, this is not related to math, but today I went over to Joshua's house to go drop off some batter to his mom, and I got a flat tire. There was like a screw or a nail or something in my tire, and she made the best treat for us, me and the kids, while we were waiting. It was called, I had to write it down because I forgot, Bolino de Chuva. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but they were like these, I mean, fresh, like she just made them. They were still hot. They were like these little mini donuts with powdered sugar on them. It was a Brazilian recipe. And Joshua came and brought us water outside. And so I just wanted to share because, oh, bum, I have a bad tire, it's tire I need to get fixed now. But it was really nice to see them and just to be blessed by them. So just makes me want to inspire you guys to, just like little touches like that. If you see anything that you can do to, brighten someone's day, or, it's not like we have many places to go these days. So just, spend time when you do see somebody just to make them feel loved. I thought that was a really special part of my day. All right, bye guys.